Hello and welcome to Lightwaves by todderbert. If you enjoy reviews of flashlights, rechargeable lanterns, and other portable light sources, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us, we have the RovyVon Aurora A5. This is a micro USB rechargeable high CRI keychain flashlight. I found this on Amazon for a total of $26.95. I'd seen this company, and I wasn't sure what they were about. I found out that this company has been making this style light for quite a long time. I was really excited when the NiteCore Tiki came out, this guy right here, and I picked this up, not knowing that this company had always been making them. So I'm going to compare them. Here we are. So the reason why I picked this one out was number one, 350 lumens. The Tiki is about 300 lumens. The price point on this was closer to this. This is $20 and this was $26.95. So I figured give this a shot. Plus this is the Nichia LED, which is really nice for the high CRI color rendering index. So I picked this out. You can see it's 4500 Kelvin there and 90 CRI. Pretty amazing light. That's the main reason why I picked it. The price is great. Now they have an upgraded version. I'll have links below to this flashlight and to its upgraded brother. The upgraded one is like $11 more, and it can get upper 30s. It starts to get a little bit more expensive. They changed the switch style, they increased the output, they actually increased the battery size by almost threefold, which is really nice. But for $11 more, I was looking for something that competed against this, so I chose this light here. So let's check it out. Keep talking. Let's see, we got some front stuff I already showed you. Super compact construction, USB rechargeable, just like the Tiki. If you haven't seen that review, I'll have links up here in the iCard section. Go ahead and click it and check it out. That's a cool light in itself, and we'll kind of compare some of the features. On the back, you can see it's giving some ratings, and I'll talk about those as we examine the light. And there's some bullet points there, in case I missed something. Run free limited. Okay. Hong Kong. All right. Let's go ahead and open this up from the bottom. It's a little seal there, as you can see. Little quality thing I had to cut open already. And make sure it's charged up. Now this comes with a lot of stuff, which is great. Now the NiteCore Tiki doesn't come with much. It just comes with a little keychain thing. This is all you get with the Tiki. But with the Aurora 5 or A5, they give you the charging cable. They give you, there it is, the micro USB charging cable. This side. Take them one at a time here. There you are. And you also get there's a clip here, stainless steel clip, and some kind of chain. I didn't really mess with the chain much, but there's the clip. Now the clip has a couple positions, and you can clip it, either direction for hat use or for belt use. So that was pretty neat. And it's stainless steel, so that's pretty neat. Oh, and let me get a little extra rubber cap for the USB charging port. Nice, good to see those things. All right, set that aside, and then we get a little tether. Looks like a paracord tether. RovyVon. It's pretty cool. It's got the little lion on there. Nice. Loving that. Okay. Instructions. Yeah, we'll talk about all this stuff, but there you go. Some stuff I was just mentioning it to you. But, there's different models. There's one with the UV light. I got the one with the white and red light. And yeah. This is I didn't need a UV one. I actually wanted a secondary light with a red feature to it. And we'll talk about that. Okay, so that's pretty simple. I'll show you how to use it. RovyVon. There's their stuff. Okie dokie. All right, so the flashlight comes in a blister pack. And then we'll talk about this light. All right, there it is. I gotta zoom down. These little micro flashlights, I really like them, as you guys know. So let's go over dimensions of this little guy. It's 2 3/4 inches, or excuse me, 2 3/16 of an inch in length, or 55 millimeters. Its diameter is 9/16 of an inch. Or 14.5 millimeters across. Pretty cool setup. And it weighs 12 grams. Loving that. For size comparison, of course, I have NiteCore Tiki. I'll put them almost side by side so you get an idea. The Tiki is slightly smaller. You can see the Aurora is more of an angular style thing. And you can notice the secondaries. You get 3 in the Aurora and 2 in the NiteCore. So I'm going to space them apart. And we'll see what else I got here. And I got a little AAA battery there, and yeah, that'll work right there. Give you an idea for size. All right, since these are main competitors, I'm going to have these handy. So let's talk about the Aurora A5 and why maybe you'd want to purchase this one versus the NiteCore Tiki. So we'll actually be comparing, because this light is so similar, and I think the NiteCore, of course, copied the design, and I'm not sure unless they might have leased or licensed, because they're very, very similar, and they're definitely different companies. So I'm wondering if RovyVon let them copy that. So let's go over the features. Same, you got a stainless steel front collar. In the front there, you got a TIR, total internal reflection lens there for the LED. The LED is a Nichia 219C. That's that nice high CRI, 90 plus, which is really good for color rendering. When you have a little light like this, you really want a nice LED like that. That way when you shine this light, especially when you're inspecting wires, that was pretty bright. That was a TIE mode, by the way. You can see the colors in really high detail, which is good. So that's that there, the 219. It's 4,500 Kelvin, and yeah, I said it was CRI of 90, not bad. So the enclosure is polycarbonate, and it's glow in the dark. Now the cool thing is, let me see if I can do this. You can charge it with another flashlight, which I'll do. Press and hold the T keys. And you just run it up and down here, and you have a luminous body. You can see there it's really glowing. Nice setup. It doesn't glow forever. They say it'll glow for 8 hours if it's exposed to UV for 30 minutes. That's just what they have it rated at, so you know how that works. So let's see what else we have here. We have a power switch there, yes. So that power switch actuates quite a few features here. If you press and hold, you got momentary high. Okay, so that's right to high, which is nice. I'm liking that. The one difference I noticed with the NiteCore is the NiteCore switch is a little harder to press, and that might be a good thing for a keychain light. This one sticks up a little higher, and I think you might actuate that a little easier in your pocket than you would the NiteCore. If you can see that the NiteCore is recessed and the Aurora's is lifted just a little bit. Now I see a little shoulder here, so that might help protect it some, but it is easier to actuate that switch. So what else do you have? You have double press to turn it on. And it always starts in low, just like the NiteCore. And its modes is has a low mode, and we'll talk about the brightness setting, but it's like a 12 lumen. And you got medium, which is 170, and it goes right to high, which is 350. And then if you press again, it has strobe. Press it again, it goes back to low. I do like the fact it always starts in low. Long press off, so that's a good setup. Now to access the secondaries, you just triple press. And then it has two LEDs here. Not a lot of output, good reading lamp, and I'll show that to you. We'll turn the lights off. You're looking at about 4 lumens of light source for 10 hours. And that's not too bad there. Let me show you my deck of cards here. You can see, and then I'll use this as a demo. Now if you press this again, access your red mode, and we'll show that to you with the lights off. Press it again, and you have flashing. This is good if you're bicycling and you want to put this on, wear it on your back with the lanyard or something. And people can see you know where you're going. Love that. Like a safety. Long press off. There you go. So that's how you operate the light. So what else we got here? We got our hook for the back molded area for the paracord little lanyard they give you. On the back, you can see it says RovyVon has the luminous body. The battery is 130 milliamp hour. I'm sure you know about that. Charges in 45 minutes. It's the exact same battery capacity that the Tiki has. Just letting you know that. And it looks like the USB ports are in similar locations too. You just pull this little tab here. It helps you open this up, and there's your micro USB to charge it. And when it's charging, a red light will be under the power switch, and then when it's done, it'll be solid blue. Kind of a cool setup. So what else we got? There's a lot to this. There's a IP65 water resistant. Great for like downpours and rain, but just don't submerge it. They want you to keep from submersing the light, so don't throw it in a pool or a bowl of water. Not a good idea. Let's see what else here. We got the stainless steel clip I told you about. This is 1.5 meter drop resistance, which is nice. And has overheat protection. This is neat when you're on high. If you hold this for 2 minutes, it will throttle down to 60 lumens, which isn't really a mode. It just said that in the directions. It'll throttle down to 60 lumens after 2 minutes, so it doesn't overheat. This does get rather hot, and you don't want to melt the casing or burn your fingers, so be aware of that. It does have that feature, which is a good thing to have. So let's set this down, and we'll go to the garage and look at some pictures I took. We'll come back, we'll do a little presentation with my lights off, and you get an idea what this looks like compared to the Tiki, and we'll do some final thoughts. So let's go to the garage. Okay, so I'm 15 feet away from my garage door. This is high. This is 350 lumens. They rate this as 30 minutes, similar to the NiteCores. It's almost identical. The NiteCore has 300 lumens for 30 minutes. The throw is 60 meters. The NiteCore Tiki's is 71 meters. Next picture here, the light is on medium, which is about half the output on high. This is 170 lumens, and they rate this at 50 minutes. Now the one thing I like about the NiteCore Tiki, its medium is 60 lumens, a more usable brightness for 1 hour and 30 minutes, to give you an idea. The next picture is low. This is 12 lumens, and this will last 3 hours. This is probably going to be the mode you use most often. Double tap, and here you are, and your 12 lumens can light up the car nice, light up a desk easily. You don't need to, it's for inspecting small areas. Works out really well. Now the Tiki has the same mode, a 15 lumen mode for 4 hours with a 15 meter throw, to give you an idea. It's very similar on the low. So let's go back to the table. Here we are. Okay, so we'll talk a little bit more about the Tiki a little bit compared to the Aurora, and then we'll do a little turn the lights off and show you side by side. Now this is a whiter light. This doesn't have the Nichia bulb. This is just a cool white. So you'll see that hopefully in this when I show you. It does have a high CRI secondary, and I'll show that to you again. It's kind of neat to compare those side by side. Definitely has, these are brighter secondaries versus these. So it depends on what you want. So the NiteCore actually has an ultra low mode of 1 lumen for 40 hours. It has one extra bonus. I do like that. This little guy will run 40 hours on 1 lumen. Show what the 1 lumen looks like. There you go. And this low is going to be 12 lumens. So you can see you can get quite low with the Tiki and get those long run times. So I wanted to tell you about that. And then we'll, of course, demo that. So let's go ahead and turn the lights off and show you what this is about. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the Aurora. Yes, love that name. Cool name. I do have a lot of these, by the way. That's, it's one of those things where, which one do I buy? And I figured, why don't I get one that's similar to the Tiki? And this is the closest you're going to get. So let's go ahead and turn this light off. All right, so this is on low right now. And of course, I'm just aiming at the cards. I'm aiming at the ceiling. And we're going to go ahead and just go up in modes. So this is the medium, which is 170 lumens. And this is the high, which is 350 lumens. This lights up the area very nicely. Table, holding it about, I would say, 3 feet off the table. Yeah. And it lights up everything very nicely. Liking that. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch to the secondary so you guys can see that. So we're going to long press off and then triple. Oh, you can see it's glowing in the dark. Awesome. So now we got that 4 lumen LEDs here, those 2 white LEDs, give you 2 lumens each output, and that'll last you quite a while. Actually, I have it on my notes over here, turning on the Tiki so I can read them. 10 hours, 4 lumens, not bad. And it has that red mode, so let's go and go to the red mode. Now they said this is 0.8 of a lumen or 1 lumen. I'd kind of say it's probably right. And again, I think the runtime on this one's about 14 hours. And it has that strobe. And that strobe lasts, I'm going to say 28 hours to keep turning the light on. Gives you an idea. So let's look at the secondaries of the Tiki. So we'll go ahead and turn the secondaries on here. So it's got a UV secondary there. You can see it's not as useful as a reading light as the Aurora is. Okay, it's more for inspecting. Now we turn on its high CRI, which is 22 lumens. And this 22 lumen, you can see the high CRI really nice. You can see the color rendering on that. This is 22 lumens. It only lasts about an hour and a half. So you're not going to get a lot of runtime. But if you need to check something, you can do that. This will last much longer, but it does have a cool white light to it. So we're going to go ahead and turn these off. And we're going to compare them side by side. So I'm going to turn on the low setting here and the low setting here. The switch is a little harder to use. Okay, so you can see this is 1 lumen. This is the, I keep forgetting which one, 12 lumens. And then the NiteCore, its low is 15 lumens. So let's go to its low. So there you go, there's equal. Let's bring them in. So left hand is the Tiki and the right hand is the Aurora. The Aurora is glowing, by the way. Love that, glow in the dark. You can see it has a much warmer beam. And I like having the high CRI on my main light versus the Tikis. So that's one thing I like about the Aurora. There you go. Turn them up. So this is 170 and this is 60. So you can see 170, it might be a little bit too much for everyday use. The 60 is probably more usable. So again, depending on what functions you need, you can see there. And we'll bring up to high. Yeah, so that's really blinding my camera. This is 300 and this is of course 350. So you get an idea of the beam pattern there. All right, so let's go ahead and turn these off. Actually, I'm gonna just do that. That's nice. It looks cool. Let's go ahead and turn the lights back on. All right, I'll do a little recap on these, and then we'll do final thoughts. So yes, big deal, the big takeaway. So we have NiteCore Tiki versus the Aurora A5. I didn't want a versus video, but they're so similar. Why not do that? So we're gonna leave that there just in case. So yeah, you just have to look at them price-wise. NiteCore is the cheaper one. It's only 20 bucks. The Aurora, $26.95. But the Aurora, you get a charging cable. You don't get that with the Tiki. Now, us radio guys probably have a few of these cables laying around. You don't get a clip. This is really nice. And you have a 2-position spot on the light itself. You can see it there. You clip it on, hat or belt clip. So you get the stainless steel clip, which you don't get with the NiteCore. Another thing you don't get is the chain. I don't know what you use this for, but old school chain looking thing. Let's see what else you don't get. You don't get a really cool lanyard with a lion on it. You don't get that either. You do get the little keychain on top. That's about it. Oh, and can't forget you get this little extra piece for the Aurora. So you get all this extra stuff with the Aurora, which is nice. You do get some nice usable reading lamps. You do get a red mode, which is really important. A lot of people like having that, along with the white. Here you get a UV inspection light, which you might like. Run times are fairly similar. You get that one mode of 60 lumens, and of course that one lumen mode on NiteCore. So it's pretty much preference. You get a luminous body here, which is really nice, and you get the original. Plus you're getting a high CRI main light. So it comes down to what do you want in your pocket lights. Personally, I like both. And I'm kind of torn on which one, but if I had to choose, it would probably be the Aurora. It's a little longer, a little easier to hold on to, just a slight bit longer. And it has the modes I need. I'll use that low mode the most. I like the high CRI main light, like I said, and I like these secondaries because they're just bright enough. They're not too bright. I find that the Tiki's high CRI secondary is a little bit bright for my needs. So yes, the winner for me would be the Aurora, and the price point being only $7 more, not a big deal. Now the upgraded one, it's $37.95. That's a pretty big deal. I probably wouldn't get that one. I'd go more towards this one here. I'll have links down below if you guys want. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Pretty in-depth one. I do like to showcase both lights and let you know about them. But there you are, the Aurora A5 Original in all its glory here. Loving it. I'm glad I got this one. And I'll be doing more of these. So if you like the video, give me a big like. You guys are the best. 2, if you like RovyVon lights, they make a ton of them. You're not sure which one to buy, hit subscribe. Hit the bell icon, get notified of future videos. I'll pick up more of these. There's different models. There's ones without the translucent case. There's metal cases. There's bigger ones, more output, bigger batteries. There's different kinds. I'll kind of stick to the smaller size like this because of price too. It's a big difference. I'll probably stick around under 30 bucks because I'll be honest with you, a keychain flashlight over 30 bucks, it's probably not going to be on my list. That's probably my limit. That's what I usually like to spend. So that's probably what I'll spend on these for a while anyway. And I think most of you will agree. And of course, 3, comment below what you think about the Aurora A5 original high CRI light versus the Tiki. You know, which one would you get? Do you like the more modern NiteCore, or do you like the original A5? You let me know. All right, guys. You guys take care, and we'll see you in the next video.